A new story is emerging for you at this time. I heard a lot can happen in a year. Take that as it resonates. You know, obviously time isn't necessarily linear. I'm taking that more so just to mean like you guys are really being conscientious right now of how you're utilizing your time and recognizing that time is pretty much the most precious resource that you have. It seems like there's been a conscious shift in the direction that this collective is moving at this time. I see the star at the bottom of the deck. I think a lot of you you're coming into this place, and swans could be significant for some of you. I think for a lot of you aren't really concerned with being, I'm trying to figure out how to word this in a way that it lands, but yeah, you guys are returning to being your own guiding light at this time. And this feels more like a conscious decision to reroute your energy back into yourself. I heard it's not performative. Yeah, for some of you, you've been going on like social media cleanses or deactivating some of your accounts or just, yeah, like leaving some people undelivered. You're becoming really aware of how much your time is your wealth. And it's one of those things that we really only have, you know, that is one of our forms of, what am I trying to say? It's like our tangible essence, right? Is like the relationship that we have with our time. And really, time is literally just what is happening in the present moment, right? It's not about past or future. It's literally what's happening in the present. And I think a lot of you all are getting really comfortable with that as a certainty or like as a truth. Yeah, I'm just getting like there's a lot of comfort right now in sitting in your own skin. There's such a like embracing, like a tenderness within your energy right now. Yeah, I feel like your spiritual team is really present with you guys at this time. I did call on your higher self to be present, as I always do in the readings. I don't know why, but I heard joint custody just now. That could resonate for some of you. You might be going through an actual custody battle, or you might just be trying to discern what should be placed under your care at this time. And I think for a lot of you, you're starting to realize that that's where a lot of your life force or your potency had been going to, was because your time was split, your energy was split. So there's a big message here about time and kind of like how it pertains to your energy as well. I heard somebody like in the background just now like cheering, or they were like, they were making some kind of vocalization. Wow, the Empress was literally here as I split it. Like it was like this. Like the only card that was, the face was facing front. I don't know why, but like this is making me a little emotional. You know, I am a Cancer sun, so I feel like that's kind of fair. Like a lot of things make me emotional, but and there it goes again. I'm hearing the saying, I am a mosaic of everyone I've ever loved. And as I was looking at this bunny, you can kind of see how there's like intricate designs in the bunny. And the bunny is just radiating this aura. Look at this. This is beautiful. It's giving like crown chakra activation as well. but also such a groundedness. Like, look at the earth right here. There's also looks like a trail of water. Yeah, so maybe like where earth meets water. For some of you, you're learning that flow, being in flow, allowing, that's what it is. Just being alive, embracing being alive at this time. It's bringing you so much groundedness and really accepting things as they come. Not looking to anticipate. That's really what it is. You're not looking to anticipate at this time. You're letting things unfold for you. And you're enjoying the entire process. I'm almost seeing like spindles, or like a web. Spiders could be significant for a lot of you too. That's what this like new opportunity is. It feels like there's like it's almost like when a spider, they, like they've woven their web, they've woven their home, and then they realize the conditions for whatever reason aren't suitable, or yeah, I kind of need to like look more into that. I don't really know all the reasons that spiders decide to relocate, but they literally build their home, right? And so when they relocate, well, a lot of times they leave their webs, right? They leave those pieces of the things that they've cultivated. They leave that part of themselves there. They're not really like concerned with what gets trapped in their web. And sometimes you don't even notice it until like you stumble across it, right? So anyways, in my mind's eye, I was seeing this unraveling happening. There's like spindles that are unraveling at this time, and it's not like a tower moment. It's literally something of like you're reallocating the resources that you once put into this object or this settling or this space. You're reallocating it back into yourself. It's literally like it's alchemy. You're literally ingesting the resources that you put out in the first place, that you utilized to make this space your own, to make this your lived existence. And you're reallocating it back into yourself at this time so that the next thing that you put out, whatever becomes your ground, your foundation, is even more sustainable and suitable for you. A lot of you could be seeing dragonflies too at this time. I'm really feeling like this energy of the path like beneath you is unearthing. But your feet are like solidly rooted into the ground. So what I'm really getting is like there's a lot that's happening in the 5D for you guys. I heard turning the tides as well. It's something about water and earth. I don't know. So could be like prominent water, earth signs in your chart. But also just thinking about the natural relationship of water with the land, right? And how water literally shapes like the geographical characteristics of the earth, literally just by flowing. Water doesn't demand that formations move around it or, move out of its way. The water just flows regardless, and that's where formations change over time. That's what I'm getting right now. Your power is in your ability to flow. There's a surrender that's happening. I heard it just is. I feel like a lot of you are adopting that mantra at this time. It just is. There's like some radical acceptance here. It just is. They just are. I just am. I don't know why, but I got a visual for a lot of you. You might just be feeling compelled or pulled right now to literally like lay on the earth, like lay on the ground and let the earth hold you. I'm getting like, if you guys are in a place of contemplation or evaluation at this time, you're doing so in a way that is void of judgment, is what I heard. This is really about not even just tolerance, like allowance. Yeah. Because when you tolerate something, it's not necessarily like you're fully accepting of it, right? There's almost a level of acceptance that you don't accept it. And that's what tolerance kind of is about. But with allowance, you are surrendering, right? There's a level of surrender. You are literally giving this thing or this transition, this passage, space to exist. Passage, that feels significant. And I saw 11:11 as I said that. Passage, voyage. You know what's interesting is in the last couple of messages, metaphors about planes and what was the other one? There was another aerial metaphor that I used. Yeah, so it was kind of like you guys were like up in the air and you were on this like high of your transcendental journey, right? Which is great. Like, we are human, so we should be allowed to feel and embrace that, the joys of the highs. And right now what I'm feeling is you guys are more relishing the groundedness, and there's something about allowing others to move closer to you at this time. You aren't in a place where you are seeking out others, like, and I don't mean it in a sense that you're like full on hermit mode. I'm actually not getting that from you guys at all this time. I'm getting that like you are putting yourself like into the world, into other people's energies and spaces, but it's not from a place where it's planned or intended. It's just a byproduct of you choosing to live at this time. So that, I think that's also what is relevant about passages. You guys are just, I see the sun at the bottom of the deck, but sunlight could be significant. Maybe a lot of you have been spending more time in the sun recently. Or like spending time outside, you've been craving sunlight. You guys have actually fully relinquished the past. You really have. Because I see the Eight of Cups here and the Tower in the reverse. So that's my interpretation from that. That's what I'm getting here. It's that energy of surrender. You're not even in a place right now where you're needing to recover. You're in a place right now where you're actually allowing yourself to be empty so that you can be filled. You're really like, there's such a high trust, right? High trust. That's so interesting because I split the deck and I saw the High Priestess. But there's such a level of high trust right now in the universe, in your higher self, and your ability to carry yourself through this season of your life. And you're not assigning an external purpose to any of it. It's interesting because as you are letting go of logical orientation or like making sense of things, like having, what am I trying to say? You don't feel the need to make sense of things at this time right now because things just are. Like I said, you guys are in this energy of things just are. And for some reason, I was literally going to say clarity and justice is here. For some reason, this has just opened up an abundance of authenticity and clarity into your life at this time. And for some of you, you might even be in a place where you're like, wow, this is really what it feels like to actually live, to actually just be. I heard you do not need for anything. You need for nothing. Yeah, I think like everything right now for you guys is a formative experience. I'm hearing Trust Fall by Pink. What if we just try? What if we, I think she says, what if we just fall? Some of you could like the color pink, or you might like the artist pink. Yeah, you fully coming out. You fully come out of the cycle where there were like, I think even throughout the healing process for a lot of you, there were still strings of codependency that were attached, or even dependency in some ways. It was really scary to let go of this identity. It was scary to let go of this identity of being everything for everyone in a lot of ways, right? Like figuratively, but energetically, yeah. Like for a lot of people in your life, like you were the rock. You were like the ground for a lot of people. This is like your chapter for yourself at this time. You are moving into the chapter of you. That's what it is. Like you're ending one story about the persona, the identity that you held when you were maybe even like subconsciously enabling others to take on their burdens, their weight. You have released this though. I saw the tower was, I think we pulled the tower in the reverse. And I remember last time I pulled the tower with this deck, it reminded me of, well, because this is a chameleon. Yeah, you guys are like, no more. I'm not shrinking myself. I'm not taking on the properties of other people. Just so I can remain the shell of who I was. Because I am a full-bodied essence. And I'm not afraid of pain, is what I heard. Your relationship to pain has changed. I know in like one of the most recent videos I did, we talked about grief and gratitude. And I almost feel like leaning into that concept for a lot of you recently has unlocked a sense of liberation. I really do feel that way. And a deeper sense of trust in yourself. Yeah. Yeah, you're not the same. I saw literally the 7 of swords, 7 of feathers in this deck, but things are clear for you right now. And yeah, I feel like for a lot of you feel this and you've witnessed it. It's not even that you feel it, but your 3D reality has literally reflected this to you, that people's energy towards you is different at this time. Like a lot of people in your life, whether they're verbalizing it or not, understand that you've amassed a lot of great change lately. And I think it's intimidating for a lot of people, at least for the ones that may not be energetically aligned for you at this time. There's something big about this eclipse, this solar eclipse that's happening in Leo. I think it's tomorrow too. Today's the 11th when I'm recording this. Like, there's a lot of people in your orbits. I've been saying that word a lot lately, but your energetic orbit that can literally feel that you are moving into this place of protecting your essence and your sovereignty. And like I said, there's an intimidation here. These people don't really understand or know what to do with the change in this dynamic, because it would require them to amass change within themselves. And for a lot of y'all, I think some of the people in your lives, they can't meet themselves, or they're not willing to meet themselves to that degree. But we've talked about that, I feel like, enough, kind of at length. It doesn't, right now, it's not significant, because we're focusing on your chapter, your story that you're writing now. Like, you have a blank slate, you cleared everything out. We pulled the Tower in the reverse. I feel like it's kind of like this energy it's like after the Tower energy, right? You're in this rebuilding phase, but you're also, your visionary traits, so your senses are coming online at this time too. But it's something about it, still kind of goes back to what we were talking about in the beginning with presence. Just allowing the slate to be wiped clean, and almost like drinking in and taking in that as an experience in itself. 2222 as I say that. There's something so spiritually powerful about a clean slate. Butterflies could also be significant. Babies' laughter, babies' breaths, like the flowers. But maybe it's also just like this youthful energy, like this childlike energy that a lot of you haven't even been able to explore at all since you've been here on this earth. You haven't gotten the chance to explore that at length. And this is going to be part of that chapter for you. And I am getting, for a lot of you, you're not meant to walk this path alone. Like, 3 of Cups energy has felt really significant lately. So community and partnership. Yeah. You guys are really going to get to experience what it feels like to shine brightly, and to have that. People hold mirrors up to that brightness so that it can reflect out and project out even brighter. And that's beautiful, because I feel like for a lot of y'all, people in your circles for the longest time, they were wanting to put shade, or, they were wanting to burn out your flame, detract the light, or even take it for themselves. So either reject it or inject it. I heard you're about to see that life can be so much more beautiful when you can just be bars. That rhymes. But I think for some of you too, like, you need to hug a tree. Like, you literally just need to go outside and connect with a tree. It's part of that groundedness too. Like there's a lot that trees can offer you right now. If your vessel is kind of like open to that and empty. Just being outside, yep. Being open. You're also, you're not waiting for these tools of inspiration to come to you. There's just an understanding that because you exist, because you are, it's just going to happen. So we've completely, like I said, taken out anticipation. It's not even about being patient. Like it's just about being full, about being alive, fully alive, right? Full of life. So, and you know, just if some of you need this specific like reassurance that things are moving in the direction that you initially saw them when maybe you were in a different chapter of closure, closing out, it's still coming in for you. But you're meant to really embrace this chapter right now of beginnings, of, like I said, the clean slate, the blank slate is really coming up. You're meant to embrace that at this time before everything comes in, right? Because it is. Life really opens up when you do, right? So if you can be open to all of the experiences of life, you're going to experience all of the things that you want to experience. Because you've also allowed your color palette to expand, right? It's kind of like with a painting. It's like, yes, you can make your own colors, but sometimes it's like you fall into this pattern of only understanding how to create one color with like using one combination or the same amount of colors to make a different color, if that makes sense. I forget if that's like, there's a term for that process, but like color matching or color mixing, right? But it's something about how like grabbing a new canvas has also in the process, you've expanded your color palette. So now you're going to be going in with more colors than you had originally or more resources that you had. You're going to be able to like paint brighter, more vivid, more aligned, more resonant images and experiences. Yeah, more radiant landscapes for yourself. Trust this if it's finding you. This is for you if it's resonating. Something about owls could be significant. Yeah. That's what I'm getting. So brick by brick is what I heard. It really is. This is a new chapter for you all. It's a new story. Like it's not even a new chapter. Like you're completely moving into the full, I feel like it's like the full energy. It's like zero. We're starting from zero and we're actually loving that we're in this brand new start. So if this resonated for you, I hope that you can take what is needed and feel energetically into this new story that is emerging for you. If you want to book a personal with me, the link will be in the description below. And yeah, I'm sending you all so much love, strength, support at this time. I really feel like your spiritual team was really present for this reading. So if it resonates with you, just that's further confirmation. They want you to receive this message and embrace this message. Yeah. I hope you all enjoy this week. Enjoy the now. And I love you. And I will talk to you very soon.